Flash warning for photosensitive viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Thumper is the kind of game that keeps you in a trance. Thumper is a rhythm violence game, created and published in 2016 by the company Drool. It was composed by Brian Gibson. I didn't mention a composer in the last video, despite the fact that Elden Ring had good music, but Thumper is all about sound. Each stage goes up by a musical time signature, starting at 1/2 and going to 9/8. Playing it is kind of like being given a shot of pure adrenaline, at least based on what I imagine that must feel like. By the end of a level, I'll notice I'm holding my breath as I play because I want to get the timing exactly right. You play as this beetle-like thing that's strapped to a highway and has to move to the beat of specific cues to avoid a snappy death. When you die in Thumper, it feels like you're being yanked out of the Matrix because of the sheer amount of attention and skill that it requires to stay alive. It's a demanding but rewarding game because of how reactive you need to be when playing. Even when something is telegraphed moments ahead like a rail turn, you time your movements precisely, or else you won't make it out at all. Fans of rhythm games might be familiar with Thumper's style of gameplay. You use your controller to tap or hold X or a bumper, and use the joystick to move depending on the directional cue. The game flows by stringing together tracks that are arguably pretty short, putting deceivingly tricky bumps, jumps, and turns into the mix to keep you on your toes as you move to the rhythm, hopping or hovering above the track, switching across a rail, or even hunkering down and pushing against parts of the beat itself. In our current day and age, video games have become just as much of a commodity as everything else. As the years go by, I feel like there are fewer and fewer games that actually have something special to share. That's why when I started up Thumper and was able to immediately latch on to the tight mechanics and gameplay loop, I realized that this game is special because it's just a game. It doesn't try to raise your expectations beyond what it literally is, nor does it attempt to overstay its welcome. Thumper gives you your fix and gets you out, knowing that you'll be dying for more the moment you stop. When I was recording footage for this game, there were times that I had other things to do, whether it was going to sleep, going to the bathroom, or even eating dinner. But the fact that I just died a second ago made me determined to keep going for just one more round because I wanted to get it right. Something else that makes Thumper special is that it feels curated. It feels like any given thing you have going on at the moment is specifically crafted as an experience that's meant to challenge or just astound you. Just when you think you've caught a break, the pressure's back on. Another turn, another jump, something is thrown in there to push your limits and test your patience. And it works so well because the game makes certain that it's not wasting your time. Every moment spent is either taking in some of the amazing and flashy art, listening to the adrenaline-pumping soundtrack, or making you react to either or both of those things. The only time that Thumper slows down is to pause for effect when you crash or die, or to show you something stunning. If you have something that can play it well, Thumper is a must for anyone who enjoys games. Now, instead of just talking about how great this game is, I figure I should show you.